Hey everyone, my name is Trevor Daly, and we are here for another How I Shot It episode. And today I am excited. We have a guest from Spain, from all the way from Spain. So Rocio Vega. Thanks so much for joining me.
Hello, Trevor. How are you?
I'm doing super
And
good.
hello, everyone.
Yeah. No, thanks so much for being here, Rocio. I appreciate it. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I was telling you, this is actually going to be a unique episode because oftentimes we'll show photos of like a portrait or a couple, but you got us a lot of group shots, a lot of large reception shots and things that are going to be very different. I think it's going to be super interesting and inspiring for a lot of people. So it'll be fun.
Thank you. I love to use the flash to enhance the story. So my philosophy, it's documentary approach.
Uh-huh.
So that's the way I use the flashes.
That's awesome. Well, Rocio, I would love for you to just tell everyone where you're based out of, kind of where you're located, and then we'll bring up your Instagram and your website as well to show everybody. So why don't you give us a little introduction?
Okay, so quickly, I'm Colombian, but I live in Spain already for a long, long time, and I'm based in Spain. I work normally without COVID. I was working worldwide,
Uh-huh.
and so I work everywhere. And I'm a wedding photographer, and now I'm doing also corporate dogs.
That's awesome.
I don't know if you
That's
want to say something.
yeah. Let's actually bring it up. In fact, I gotta say, you got a few people already commenting here. I'll bring these up on the screen. You got Christian Holtz. He's saying, "Hola, Rocia.
Oh,
Qué
hello,
bueno verte aquí."
Christian.
Yeah, and then we got David. He says, "Boom."
Oh, David. We will see David in one picture because he
Oh,
was
right on.
assisting me.
That's awesome. Que viva Colombia, Jared.
Hey, Colombia.
That's funny. Well, now she's. What would you say? Are you more Colombian or more from Spain? What would you call it? Spaniard? Is that what it is?
No, I'm Colombian. My blood is Colombian. I'm
Yeah.
Colombian, but now I've been living more in Spain than in Colombia. So
Gotcha.
I'm a little bit Spanish. I'm just a mix, but I'm always going to be Colombian, of course.
Yeah.
But I have this Spanish spice also, like merging there.
Sure. I love it. I love how we got all these people speaking Spanish to us. Listos para aprender. I love it. So much fun.
Oh,
Uh,
Gabriel.
let's do this. Rocio, let's bring up your Instagram account real quick. I got it right here.
Okay.
Let's make sure everyone knows where it's at so they can go follow you. So here's your Instagram. And Rocio, I love how you actually do this where you do like multiple photos kind of on a grid. You've been doing this for quite some time, right?
Oh, yes, like almost, I think, 2 years or one
Uh-huh.
year and a half. I don't remember. Like because of COVID, it's really weird to measure time.
Yeah.
But it
Yeah.
was way before COVID. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
The
tried to
one,
mix because I'm sorry.
no, you please go ahead. Go ahead.
No, because for me, my Instagram account, it's kind of also the website. So I want my client when they come to the Instagram account to be shocked, to see something different.
Yeah.
And in the phone, the pictures look bigger and it's really nice. It's pleasant to see.
Yeah. No, I love that. You're all about moments, aren't you? All about
Yeah.
capturing those, como dice aquí, momenticos, like it says here.
Momenticos, the little peak, the highest peak of emotion in a moment.
That's awesome. And then you also have a couple other Instagram accounts. You have one that's a corporate
Oh,
Instagram
yes.
account. Yeah.
Yeah, so corporate, it's my pictures more for corporate, and I'm working lately more in kitchen things, but also I do tell stories. At the end, it's telling a story of someone for enterprise, or
Wow.
I realize that what I love to do is to tell stories.
That's fantastic. You do a great job of it. And then I got to bring up, I would be remiss if I didn't show everyone your dog Instagram account as well. These are absolutely adorable.
And actually, Trevor, this is your fault because in the COVID, you put a challenge to do a
Uh-huh.
picture of your dog, and I
Yeah.
sucked at it. It was so bad that I was like, oh my god, I cannot be that bad making a picture of my dog. So I was trying and trying and trying, and that's how I started. This is my dog now, who you're showing here, the black one.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? Oh my goodness. These
Yeah,
are
yeah, yeah. So
absolutely
it's
adorable.
actually your fault.
That's too funny. Well, these are incredible, Rocio. I absolutely love all of these shots. They're just so fantastic of a dog.
Oh, and these
I,
ones I shoot them with the MagBox. It's
oh
just
really?
amazing.
I'm gonna give you a
Yeah,
follow
yeah,
up from the MagMod account for sure. We gotta follow up on that. That's amazing. Well, good deal. Well, this is and I want to show your website as well. Let's show your website.
yeah.
So
Oh,
the
yeah.
website is you kind of have it where it goes. It's momenticos.photo, and you kind of have it where each one of those sections is divided out, don't you? Weddings, families, corporate, and what do you call dogs? Perrunos? Is that how you say that?
Perrunos. Yes, because it's like a funny way to call doggies. It's like doggies in Spanish. Perrunos.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay, okay. I
Yeah,
love
and
it.
it's more local business, this one.
Got it. So pretty. I love it. I love how when you're doing the work, you're very, like we mentioned before, you're very into these moments, and that's what I'm excited to really share with people today is how you take a wedding day and it's not just about setting up these nice portraits. It's about literally using light and shadows to capture moments. So this is going to be a lot of
Yeah,
fun.
it's the idea is to enhance the moment with the light because not always the available light it's good.
Hmm.
And I don't want my moments not to be good because they're not well lit. So my worry all day is to have the same level during the whole day so that my
Yeah,
pictures are good no matter where they are, no matter the light, available light, because I'm going
I,
to bring always my light.
I love that. That's a great way of thinking about it. Rocio, before we get started, I'm just throwing up a few people. They're watching from all over. We got California, we got Toronto,
Great.
uh, from Greece. Yep, Alexandros. We got Tony. Tony's out in the UK. She was just on the show last week. We super appreciate her watching. And we
Okay.
got Bosnia. Hadi's watching from Bosnia. So we appreciate all of you for tuning in. And I know you're all here to
Thank
see the
you.
images and learn from Rocio. So why don't we jump right into that? Is that okay, Rocio?
Yes, perfect. Can't wait.
Awesome. All right. So I'm going to I'm going to hide your picture there or your face there for just a second. Tell us about this incredible image. This looks like an advertisement or something. It looks amazing.
So I don't know if in North America they do this, but here in Europe, it's really common that the friends doing the slideshow and they project it during the dinner.
Okay.
And this has been happening for a long, long time. And like you always have the picture of that, but you only have the reaction of the bride and the groom. So for this season, I was really obsessed to be able to show everyone's reaction. I wanted to show everyone in the room. And actually, we're going to see the room was like a barn, really long, and it was really poorly lit with just little romantic lights. So this is a picture I did during the cocktail time, and you can see just these bulbs. This was all the light that was going to be there. So from here, I started planifying what I was going to do because it was a huge wedding, as you can see, and I
Yeah.
really wanted to have everyone, and I wanted everything to be well lit.
So, and then this is kind of a behind the scenes shot as well. Is that right? It
Yes,
looks like, is that
exactly.
screen over there? Is that what they were looking at over there?
Exactly. Yes. On the left, you can see the screen,
Uh-huh.
and you can see some of my flashes there. And I just took this picture to show how dark it is and just like how the place was.
Yeah. So let's go back to this image here. This is, like I said, it's an incredible shot. So you were saying that the people were looking at that screen. They're kind of watching the slideshow. I gotta ask, Rocio, what kind of lens did you use? Do you remember? Because I love how
Uh,
everybody is
yes.
like in the shot, and it looks like they're all so close.
So the thing is, I think I'm using the equivalent to 50 or the 70-200. I don't remember in 70. So it's
Okay.
I don't remember exactly right now if it was the 50 or the 70,
Yeah.
the equivalent, because I shoot in Fuji, okay?
Okay.
And I was standing up in a chair, and I was holding my camera up with the screen like shifted down so that I
Yeah.
could see. And I shot a lot of pictures. And here I have, I think it is four or five flashes. Here
Wow.
I have I have four flashes in the room, and then there is a one flash in a monopod, so that one is mobile, and the flash in the monopod is just to the bride and the groom so that they can stand out a little bit. because
How
you can
cool.
see, you can tell where the bride and the groom are in the room, and this is because of this light, because it was just to give them a little bit of punch.
I love it. So I think one of the big questions that everyone's going to have is, so this was all lit when you shot it. This wasn't a composite shot. Is that right?
No. It's just one shot, and all the flashes synchronized, and
Wow.
just like it's not by parts, or no, not a composite.
That's so cool. So cool. And I love being able to see those behind the scenes shots as well, just to kind of get kind of a grasp. In fact, I'm just going to show one more time so everybody can kind of see. So this shot here was shot pretty much where the screen was, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, and there you can see one of my flashes on the left,
Oh, okay.
and there
Yeah.
was another flash on the right. So I divided like the room like in two parts. So there was like two flashes in the beginning part that you cannot
Wow.
see here, and then in the middle to light up the back, so that everything is well lit.
That's so cool.
And I use a lot the MagBeam. It's my favorite tool.
Really? That is so cool,
Oh my
Rocio.
god, yes.
So tell me about that, because I think that's one of the most underutilized tools. So do you use it to kind of put
Oh.
your spotlight where you want it, like on the bride and groom, or how do you normally use it?
So I use it. I don't use it like the full length. I
Uh-huh.
just use it maybe halfway or close,
Got
because
it.
I use it so that I have more power on my flash. I use the 80 to 100, so I have more power, because I want to keep my lights low so that I can shoot a lot, and the refreshing time of my flash is shorter.
Got it.
But
That makes a lot of sense.
if I only can take one tool, it would be the MagBeam. It's my
Wow.
lover. I love the MagBeam.
That is so cool. I would have never imagined that, because like I said, it's probably one of the most underutilized tools by photographers. So
Oh no.
I love hearing that you're using that MagBeam. That's amazing.
Oh, it's my
Well,
favorite one. It's the one I use the most.
that's so cool. Well, guys, if you thought that first shot was cool, which it was, you're going to see a lot more shots similar to it. And I got to ask, Rocio, before we even go forward, do you sell the preset that you use for black and white? Because I love your black and white images. They're just so
Oh, thank you.
contrasty. Is that something you sell,
Oh,
or how do you go ahead?
I thought I've been thinking about it, but yes, why not? It's an idea that's always like there in my mind, but I do so many things that I procrastinate
Yeah.
that.
Well, it's amazing. I
But
truly love your black and white.
thank you. I've been working on it really long time.
Yeah. Well, awesome. Well, here's another one of these dinner table shots. And I got to say, as you talk about these images, the one thing that really stands out for me is oftentimes I think photographers in general, when it comes to dinner time, it's kind of like, okay, we're going to let them go eat and I'm not going to worry about it. But going back to what you were, your kind of your purpose, your name of your company, it's all about the moments. And so you really take full advantage of this dinner time to capture some of these incredible moments. So.
Oh yes, like we eat. I need to eat,
Uh-huh.
so I eat really fast, like 10 minutes, boom, 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 boom,
Yeah.
boom, just to not faint, But we're shooting all the time. I shoot more and more with Frank, Frank Boutonnet,
Oh,
and
yeah.
actually we're building a brand together. And the weddings we shoot together, their destination weddings is high-end clients, and for us it's really important to deliver through all the day like the perfect shot, and we work really hard. And in this picture, Frank is holding the flash for me, actually. And in the behind the scenes, we will see the two flashes I was talking from the beginning. So I don't move my flashes from the room, but in the room we're giving the backlit by my normal flashes. So that's why I always have one flash in a monopod with
Mm.
with a boob,
Yeah.
and this way I can light the whole table.
Gotcha. So you're using the
And
two flashes behind them to light them, kind of give them
yeah,
that rim light, and then the one that Frank was holding is kind of like his just next to you. Is that right?
no, it's super high with a monopod.
Oh,
Yeah,
got it. Got it.
and like lighting the not the middle of the table, but kind of the middle and a little bit in between the middle and the people, so you can see, so the light spreads easily and really nice in
Gotcha.
everyone.
Yeah.
And as you said, for me, the dinner, it's a perfect moment when you are laughing with friends or having a lot of moments. So I cannot miss it. I really want to have people in their natural ways when they are really enjoying.
So is there something you say to them to get these kind of
Oh
reactions, this
no,
happiness and stuff, or is it
no,
just
no,
kind of
no,
come
no, 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 no,
naturally?
no, no, no. I'm
Yeah.
my approach is completely documentary. I don't tell anything. I don't say anything. I maybe I get inside and I put my camera and I just talk to the person that I am
Uh-huh.
bothering and I say, I'm sorry, smile, and I put my camera and I'm shooting like this, with my camera here because there's
Uh-huh.
someone sitting in this plate.
Got it. Got it. I love
So that's
that.
all I say. I don't say anything else.
That's amazing. So so cool. You got more people tuning in. This one's from New Caledonia. Where's
Wow.
Caledonia? I don't even know
I
where
don't
Caledonia
know.
is. I know. I love people could be naming countries. Like some. I don't know. It's funny. I feel bad. When I don't know where they're
We
based
need
out of
to
the
check
geography.
it. I feel really bad. I don't know.
Yeah, that's awesome though. And then Roger's saying that they just watched the website. Awesome pictures. I imagine he's checking out your
Oh,
website over
thank
there.
you,
So
Roger.
very, very cool. So let's actually, I want to go back to the, on the behind the scenes on this shot. You have, whoops, let's see, where did it go here? I just lost it. There's one, so you have the two rim lights
Yes,
and then you have the one. So it's really just a 3 light setup there, pretty
yes,
much.
yes, exactly.
So
But in the
cool.
room, there's five flashes. So it
Gotcha.
depends on where I'm shooting. I will switch off or on the other flashes or not. I just shoot with them depending on the fast that the things happen.
Yeah. Love it.
And actually, these two flashes, I am sure the one on the left has the MagBeam, and
Okay.
maybe the one on the right has the MagSphere, just to
Gotcha.
fill up. Yeah.
Do you find that you're using 4 or 5 flashes at all weddings for the reception?
Oh yes.
Yeah. Awesome. Hey, by the
Yeah, yeah,
way,
yeah. For the dinner, it's like this. It's 4 or 5 flashes always.
yeah. Hey, Rick's giving us a geography lesson here. It looks like it's South
South
Pacific near
Pacific.
Australia. It's a French country, is what he says.
Okay.
So we'll have to
Ah,
we'll have to go shoot some
très
weddings in
bien.
New Caledonia. I like it. All right. Rocio, let's bring up, here's another one of these images, another amazing kind of group shot. Tell us about this one.
Wow, this one was a really big challenge. It was in France, and the venue outside was beautiful, but the restaurant per se was really hard to shoot. And I remember this was a wedding. Another photographer recommended me for this
Uh-huh.
wedding, and she was like, "I cannot wait what you're going to do with this place." And I was like, she told me this the night before. I was like, okay, thank you. It's nice to know. And so here we set up 1, 2, 3, 4, yes, 5 flashes.
Wow. That is so cool.
Yeah, so I because this is the same thing, I want to show everyone. And now I gave you some other pictures because I want to show, like, with the same setup of light, I'm gonna, no matter where I want to focus on, no matter where things are happening, I'm gonna shoot with different lenses. So this is David that he was here in the beginning.
Uh-huh.
He's
Oh,
also
yeah, yeah.
watching.
That
And he
had
was,
mentioned. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. That's funny.
yeah, yeah, so he was assisting me and he was helping me. So you see, we take advantage of everything. I use a lot of the clamps. Sometimes I
Yeah.
use tripods, but the first thing I do when I come into a room is to look around. Where can I put my flashes? Where can I put my clamps? Because if I
Uh-huh.
can put my flash in a clamp, I rather put it like this than put a tripod, because the tripod
Gotcha.
is always more tricky. Someone can hit it, or and in this one, oh, I lost the light.
Hey, that's okay. You know
in
what? I'll turn off my light as well. So we'll both go dark.
Okay. So in the general one, actually, I switch off one of the flashes because
Uh-huh.
otherwise it would have been directly to my camera. So the good thing of controlling the flashes from your trigger is that you can switch on and off, and you can push the power up or power down.
Gotcha. So what you'd mentioned the clamps, and let me go back. I'll just see if I can point out. There's one on that to
Yeah.
the left there. What kind of clamp is that? Do you remember the name of it?
Oh, it's the newer clamps. Really
The newer
easy. I've
clamps.
tried many clamps, and
Uh-huh.
these are really small and they're really good. I've been using them for 3 years and I love them. They're cheap
Nice.
and they're good. So I have a bunch of them.
That's really cool. I'll have to check those out.
And you see this flash that you can see in the corner. This is the one I shut down to do the other picture. So when I'm shooting, I'm also thinking, and I label my flashes and I try to put them like A, B, C, D,
Hmm.
E, and so that I know, oh, this is B, so I switch off B. And if I
Yeah.
don't remember, I put big labels with the letter, so from far you can see which one is it, because sometimes you just forget.
Yeah. No, I love that. It's a really good tip, because you're right, and you
Oh
want to
yeah.
keep an order. That's one of the things that guys, if you're getting started in this, don't just pop flashes up and then try to figure out, okay, that one's A, B. Make it easy on yourself. Know that you always start from right to left or whatever, and it goes around a circle, and it's always A, B, C. It's so much easier that way. But
Yes,
Rocio,
normally A is the one in the monopod. That's A
gotcha.
always. So and
Yeah.
then it start B, C, D, E. Yeah.
Love it. What I mentioned, or you mentioned the AD200s earlier. Do you normally are you using all Godox or Flashpoint flashes? Is that what you're typically using?
Yes. So I use two 8200, and when I'm with Frank, we use three,
Uh huh.
and the rest of them are just the small one, the V1.
Gotcha.
So
Very
it's just
nice.
like a to help. Yeah.
Got it. Very cool. Very cool. Well, I'm going to show I'm going to do something here. I want to show everyone. So we're going from, now this is a different wedding, but we got shots like
Yeah. This
this
is the different one.
to this. And then we
Yes,
have, this one is the same wedding though, right?
the same one exactly.
Yeah. By the way, David, he had said that photo that we showed of him here. One of the things he mentioned, probably being there, he said it was a very dark location.
Oh
Which
yes, it was really hard.
I love it. So here's another shot from that same spot, and then we have. It looks like this is from the same spot as well, right? Yeah, same
Yes,
couple.
exactly. So I'm just changing my lenses to tell the story in a different way. And as you can see, it was really crowded and they're listening to a speech. So I cannot be moving around and bothering all the time. So at some point, I got really close and I was just in front of them.
Uh
But I
huh.
try to be also discreet because I want to respect the moment.
Yeah.
So that's why also I like to light up everything so that from one spot I can shoot like the grandma, the aunt, the cousins, the friends, and then I move and I change my lenses all the time so that I can give variety to my
Yeah.
story.
What a great tip. Yeah, without having to move your stands around and stuff, right?
Oh yes, no. The stands are, you cannot move the stands here. Where
Yeah.
they are, they stay. Yeah.
Yeah. I love that. Hey, Ellie is asking. She says she thinks she found the clips that you're referring to. So I'm going to bring it up on the
Okay.
screen, and you can tell us if this is kind of what you're talking about. Is it these guys right here?
Oh no, not
No.
this ones.
Okay.
It's a super clamp, but it's the newer one. This one looks more plastic. Mine's I don't I'm sorry, I didn't prepare any
No. That's
here.
okay. I didn't ask you to, and that's totally fine. In fact, I didn't even realize that you use so many clamps kind of all over. That's such a great idea instead of using stands,
Oh
because you don't want to
yes.
put 5 stands, especially in those really tight locations. So
No, because someone can have an accident. So if there's no choice, I would put a tripod. But my first choice is always a clamp.
always a clamp. I love that. Well, we'll
Yeah.
we'll see if we can find which one it is, and show you guys a little bit later. Maybe I can do a quick search for it. But meantime, let's go ahead and bring up a few more of these images, because we have some good ones here. This one, and by the way, again, I just gotta say, I just love your black and white edit. It is just so
Thank you.
timeless. It is amazingly I love it. So pretty. So tell us about this shot.
Wow, this was really hard. And because you can see there were four tents,
Uh huh.
and it was full of people, and you have the things in the middle, and it was not beautiful. And when the couple came in, we just did like with the monopod, But then I was like, oh my God, it's horrible. What do we do? And I just sat down. We were having dinner, 10 minutes, but I was like this, and I was like, what do I do? So I took 4 napkins, I put them in the table, and I was just trying to figure out how am I going to lit up this. So finally, what I decided is to put the flash with the clamp again. But this time I put it towards the ceiling because it was all white and because of the cone. So it would spread the light everywhere.
Yeah.
And this is how we did it.
Wow. So, okay, so that's what I'm seeing in this picture. Am I seeing the light at the top of hit off the top of the cone? Is that that's happening there?
Oh no, here it's like how you see it. Yes, so we are just trying where to put the flashes so that the light spreads correctly. But this is the natural light. This is how people were having dinner in this place. This is all they could see.
Gotcha. But when you did the flashes, you had them bounce up. Okay.
Exactly. I balanced them up, and then you can see everyone in the picture.
That's amazing.
Brian no matter no matter where something happens, whatever moment happens, I can shoot it. I don't care. I don't have to think about my light anymore. I just think about my light once, I set it up, and I'm done. So I can shoot moments, and if something happens, I can go there running, and I know it's going to be well lit.
Yeah.
So I put another picture from this same wedding, this same setup, and I have 2 more pictures, I think. Yes. So you see, no matter where I position myself, I'm going to be able to have light in everyone. I don't have to be worrying about, my assistant, or in this case, we didn't use the monopod. We just used the lights. You can see the flash is just behind the woman's, the middle one, in head. So it's a little bit burned out, because this is where I was bouncing the light.
Got it. Wow. That is really cool, because then, at that point, then you can basically walk anywhere and you can focus more on the moments
and do whatever you want
than the light. Yeah. That is really cool. I love that. Great tip. And thank you for sharing that. By the way, Chris Leon, he says, shoot, I'm late. Chris, if you're late, I'm going to call you out. Got to be here on time. I love it. And by the way, guys, if you are joining us late, these episodes typically about an hour and a half to 2 hours after we finish the live broadcast, I'll put them up on YouTube, and that's where they live forever. So not only can you catch this episode later today on YouTube, but you can also see, I want to say there's like 85, 90 episodes of how I shot it.
Yes, there are a lot, and they're so amazing.
Yeah, so feel free to go back and investigate some of those guys. Right on. Well, Rocio, let's jump into he's giving us excuse already. Come on, Chris. Here, Brian wanted to ask as well, what flash are you using? It was the 8200s and the
8200. Yeah.
Cool. Well, Rocio, let's talk about this next image, which is a shot where you actually, in fact, I'm going to show behind the scenes first, if that's okay. Because I want to see what you were dealing with and then how you fixed it. So here's kind of a behind the scenes.
So here we're in July, it was like midday, outside ceremony, super harsh sun. And I just wanted to show this picture so that you could see, some people are in the light, some people are in the shadow, but the dress of the bride, it's completely in the sun. And you can see here that even if our cameras have a big dynamic range, the whites are completely burned out. Mm-hmm. And she spent a lot of money in this dress. And I don't want it to be burnt out in the pictures. I want the dress to have the details and to be able to tell the full story. So here, in a ceremony, I always put my flash on a tripod with the MagBeam, always. Either I need it or not, I always have it there. Wow. And here I have it with the MagBeam. You see, I love the MagBeam.
I love it. I love hearing that. That's so cool.
Yes, because it's really powerful. And the MagBeam plus the 8200, it's just amazing because I can shoot really low power of the flash, because I don't want the picture to smell like flash, that you can say, oh, there's a flash. No, most of the pictures, you would like, oh, did she use a flash? Yes, I used,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I want to use the light, like just like to feel the light and to feel the shadows. So if you see the next picture, this is where you can see it's balanced.
Oh,
Everything is balanced.
here, let me zoom out a little bit
They
here.
have light.
There we go.
Yes, they have light, and the dress has details everywhere. And this is thanks to the flash.
Wow. I want to show that one more time. So this is the behind the scenes, and I love how you pointed out the dress, how her dress is in part of it's in the sun and they're in the shade. And then you use the MagBeam on the 8200 to light them up, and you get this beautiful where you get the balance, and now you're able to actually bring your exposure down a little bit and even show more of that dress. That's incredible. Really, really cool.
Exactly. Yes, because it's true. They spend a lot of money in the dress. So if I could shoot this. They are in the shadow, and I could shoot this to their skin. But everything else would be like blown away. So and that's not a good picture for me.
You know what else I love about this, Rocio, is that the sky, even though it's a black and white image, the sky is not just pure white. That you actually show detail in that sky. So good.
Yes, because I'm able to shoot with an f-stop really close so that I can have details.
Wow.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Your style is so different than I think a lot of people. And I think that's what just makes the images so interesting and so fun to look at. The fact that you're using higher f-stops and you're using more flashes and you're using a lot of this really artsy black and white and really going for the moments. It's so cool. I love it.
Thank you.
You see Naomi, she's saying, I love the BTS just as much. And I agree. It's a great BTS image, right? And let's see, there is, so Rick is asking a question, and Rick, this might be a question maybe that we can hit us up later, but I'll pull it up. I think, Ellie had asked something similar. Sometime I found that when I use the MagBeam with 8200, there's a dark spot. Do you find that too? I haven't had that issue. Yeah.
I haven't had that issue.
Yeah, and Ellie's saying that she's having something similar. Rick and Ellie definitely hit me up afterwards, and let's see if it's maybe might just be.
Yes, because I have 3 different 8200s, and I have 4 MagBeams, and I've never noticed this.
Yeah, I haven't either. So we'll have to see if we can help them out. So appreciate you guys mentioning it. We'll see if we can get you guys on the right track.
Because maybe they're putting in the wrong position, the lens maybe.
Yeah, possibly like backwards. Yeah,
possibly. Or they're putting the lens of the other, not the magnifier, but the other one that it's the spot, the diffusing. Because when you use the diffusing, then you would see the black thing, I think.
Yeah. I think, what do they call that? It's like a wide angle diffuser thing. It like basically spreads it out quicker or something. I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. But Rick and Ellie definitely reach out to me afterwards, and let's see if we can. More than anything, I'd like to see if I can see it. So if you have photos, you can show me, and then maybe if you can tell me. But we'll get to that later. But let's go to this, Rocio. You have another shot here, and I'm going to go again. I'm going to start from behind the scenes so everyone can kind of see the scene setup. Which again, I would agree. Like Naomi had said earlier, the behind the scenes is an incredible image by itself. But I think it's fun to kind of see the whole scene, and then we'll show you the 2 result photos that she got as well. So tell us about this.
Yeah, so here in this one, I was using, I think it's when I just received the MagBeam. So I was using the you see on the right, the yellow. I was using the other one with the one that you put the windows, or that you can put the metallic things. I don't remember the name. I'm sorry. Yes. And then there's another flash on the left to light up the wall, because I wanted to play also with the silhouettes and these things. But then one friend comes closer, and in the next picture, the final picture, you would see that I have a flash for the friend here on the left, but the light on the bride, it's the natural light from the window. Okay. And then the MagBeam is just lighting the back of in the window, so it's just giving a little bit of something, and everything was like a really deep yellow, so I wanted just like to enhance that.
That is so cool. And then you got this one too. Is this shot in the same place?
Exactly. This is just exactly the same. I changed my lens, and I shoot through something, whatever there was in the table, And because I have the light, you can see on the left, there's the reflection of the yellow filter I have in my flash. And
Yeah.
it's also getting a little bit in what I shoot. I guess it was like a glass or whatever they had there in the table,
Yeah.
and I just tried to get close to it and have something blurry in front.
You know what I love about this shot is the fact that you have her kind of out of focus in the foreground, but then she's in focus, in the reflection. And then I love the texture on the wall on the left side there.
Yeah.
It looks so nice. It's so cool looking.
Yes, and the texture, it's there because of the flash. Because otherwise it would be dark. It would be just because I could shoot this with the natural light, but I wanted also to enhance the place because it was a really, really beautiful place. And I loved the color and the texture of the walls.
Yeah. That's so cool. I appreciate you mentioning that because of the flash, because it's true that if you have texture on a wall, you don't really notice it if it's just using all the ambient light. But the moment you put like a flashlight down the side of a wall or something, you're going to see all the little imperfections. In fact, if you ever have anyone do construction and they're doing like a really smooth finish to the wall, they always shine a light down the side of it just to see if they can see any imperfections. So I appreciate you mentioning
Exactly.
Yeah. Good stuff. I love it. Well, let's just we'll move on to this next one, and let's actually, you know what, Rocio, I'm really liking this idea of showing behind the scenes first. So I'm going to actually show behind the scenes. Yeah, I'm going to show behind the scenes on this one and let people imagine kind of how you put the shot together, and then we'll show the final image here.
When you arrive to this place, you say, "What do I do?" She's going to have her makeup here, and you're just like, what the fuck? What can I do with this?
I love it.
So I just put my light as always. I like a side light, a dramatic light. And then I start looking at all the elements that are here. And I found this plant that was just behind and was getting out of her head. But it was amazing. Like the leaves were so big and so beautiful. So what I did here is I took another flash, my second flash, and I put a green filter so that I can enhance this green. And I sat down just there in the little chair that you can see. So I'm really close to the bride. There's not a lot of space here. And I'm shooting with a 21, wide angle. And the one flash is just in between my legs. I'm holding it with my legs. So the flash is just under my camera and flashing up with the grid and the green filter. Okay, so that it doesn't come actually into my lens. And there's one light with a clamp lighting the bride. And it's the moment of the makeup. So I just shot until I had the woman just doing something in her face. But everything is natural. It's documentary. It's not post.
That is so pretty. What do you typically, as far as your f-stop goes, do you normally... Because I feel like your f-stop is... Yeah, go ahead.
Like F11, I think, was here. Minimum, yeah.
I think that's what...
And also... Sorry.
No, go ahead. Well, I was just going to say, I think that's what makes a lot of your photos very different, is it seems like nowadays photographers are afraid to shoot at higher f-stops, and they're always shooting at the 1.2 or 2 or 2.5 or whatever. But I feel like a lot of your shots here are at higher f-stops, and it really makes it unique and different than everyone else.
Yes, and also I use a lot the high synchro of the flash so that I can play with my speed, so that I can get rid of the ambience light. So like there are some factors that will affect my camera and the ambience light on the flash, but some factors like the speed won't affect the flash. So I play with this, and depending on what I'm going to do, mostly I want to shoot with f8, f11, because I want to tell the whole story. Unless I am just focusing on one gesture on the hand or something that I want everything out of focus, so then I will open completely.
Wow. Just want to show everyone once more. Look at that. There's the kind of behind the scenes and how she saw those amazing leaves and said, you know what, I can incorporate that into the shot. And what a shot you got. So pretty. Good stuff. All right.
Thank you.
Tell us about this one here.
So this one was a really hard venue, and it was like an L. So it had a corner, and here I didn't have an assistant here, so I could not have like my monopod as usual. And so I had to put like my flashes in three different spots.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I was trying to light up all the room as always. So you can see that there's two different lights, and one is more far away. So in this case, that would be a field light. And then sometimes the field light would be the main light. So depending on which table I was shooting at. And for this couple, the most important thing was the food. It was an amazing, amazing, amazing restaurant. Actually, I was sitting there in a table of some friends,
Uh-huh.
and every single plate, they were sitting down in a different table. So they were going to sit down with each of their group of friends for each of the plates that they had. So for them, it was really important to have the moments meanwhile they were eating and having fun with the friends with that table, because in the next plate, they're going to change. So they had two free spots in every table for them.
That is so neat. What a cool concept to be able to have dinner, or a piece of
Oh,
dinner in
yes.
every single table. I've never seen that done before. And I love that. That is
So
super
I
cool.
had to think. I think was the first wedding where I had to think how to light up all the room at the same time. And I
Mm.
cannot be moving flashes from one to place to another. And I have to be prepared so that they sit wherever they want to sit, they will be well lit. And I can shoot a picture of them having a moment with those friends.
That is so cool. I love it. Rocio, this has been really inspiring. And like I said in the very beginning, we haven't had an episode yet where we showed so many reception photos and group shots and the moments as opposed to like, the poses basically. So this has really been it's been fun. It's been refreshing to have something a little bit different.
Thank you.
I think this is really going to catch off for a lot of people, and it's inspiring in a sense that I love how you didn't just focus your light just on the bride and groom, but you're focusing on everybody. The
Oh,
idea
yes,
is,
for me,
yeah, yeah, that's just so pretty.
if you wanted to, you would do an elopement. But when you're shooting a wedding, everyone invites everybody because they're important in their lives at that moment. And probably these people won't see each other again in the same place at the same moment. So I want to capture that. It's my responsibility to
Yeah,
capture the whole thing. And I'm trying to have everyone in the pictures.
yeah, that's so cool. I love it. So I know we had some people still trying to hunt down the newer clamp that you're using. So I
Oh,
want to try this one more time. I'm going to bring it up. Is it any one
oh
of
yes, these
these?
ones. They were the first ones.
These ones right up here?
And wank, yes,
And
those.
wink. Okay, so it looks like these. Okay, got it.
Those are the newer, yeah, 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 those.
Interesting. So when you clamp these to something, then you can actually put your flash on it as well.
Yes, and I use a round head on top of it, not
Uh
the
huh.
one that they bring, a different one, and so that I can put my flash and move it all around.
Interesting. Okay. How cool.
Yeah, yeah,
I'll
yeah,
have to.
they're really good, and you can put them anywhere, like a door. It's whatever. I have put these clamps everywhere.
Gotcha. Okay, so I see. So they basically have either the quarter or the 3/8 inch, so you can put those inside
Exactly.
there.
Yes.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
How cool.
Yeah, they're
Well,
they're really, really amazing.
that's awesome. Well, hey, there's a couple more comments before we close this out. We got Brian has said he loves how you have so much happening in your pictures.
Thank
We
you.
got Derek's an amazing photographer based out of Tennessee. We had him on a show last week. And then there's one more, Amir. I wanted to actually go back to your photo here. Let's see here. Amir Lake had said, I love the detail, referring to this photo here. Let me actually, sorry, Amir, I'll bring your comment up. And the leaf as well as the rim light on the subject. I would agree. It's just you got this light in front, but then you also got this beautiful rim light behind. It's one of those. I
Yeah.
like to. Oh, go ahead, please.
Oh, no, no, sorry, sorry.
No, no, no. I
No,
know
the
there's a
leaf
little bit of delay,
it's
so it's a little bit
lighted.
harder.
Yeah, the leaf is lighted with the natural light plus the flash with the green filter. So this way I can enhance, you can see it like really sharpen, and the color is enhanced thanks to the flash. Because if I don't put a flash in the leaf would be more flat.
Yeah.
So
You know,
you can see the reflection of the flash. The light parts are with the flash, and then it goes, but it's with the natural light, and the leaves are really close to the window. So
yeah.
so here is a mix of natural and the flash.
Rocio, these are the type of images that I feel like are the award-winning shots, because it's, you look at it in the beginning and it's like, oh wow, that's a nice photo of a leaf or whatever, and then all of a sudden you see that little thing, that's something that stands out, and it makes you go, oh my goodness, like that's incredible.
Oh,
And I think that's what people who win awards, with images, that's what it is. It's usually that something that stands out that's so different. Aren't you like one of the judges and stuff of Fearless, and don't you judge that?
oh yes, I was judged for Fearless last year. Last year
Okay.
I was a judge
Yeah.
for Fearless. I've been twice a Fearless judge. Yes, and
Gotcha.
sometimes some other contests as well.
Love it. Well, very cool. Well, Rocio, this has been a
Yeah,
lot of
and
fun. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
yes, the delay. I'm sorry. No, what you were saying, it's really important that for me, it's important to grab all types of pictures, It's like moments, but it's also important to have an artistic point of view, an artistic picture. So, and the details and the group shots and the
Yeah.
classic shots. For me, my work has to be complete. I have to deliver the all spectrum of pictures, and all of them have to be good. The level has to be the same. I cannot be weaker or not. Obviously my passion are moments, but because I want to tell the story, if I want to tell the full story, I have to tell everything. I have to
Yeah.
tell the family, the groups, the details, everything. And I also want to tell it in a beautiful artistic way. So that's why I also add always an artistic picture, and this is where like the gels come to play, and they're amazing.
Mm.
I wanted to thank you, Trevor, for these amazing products that you created, because I really love MagMod.
Oh, well, that's really sweet of you. Well, I got to give all that credit to Spencer Bowerup. He's the inventor. But I'll make sure that he sees this, and that you send him his thanks. I get to show photographers how to use them and bring amazing people like you onto screen to share how you use them. But seriously, there's no way that MagMod could be as successful as it is if it weren't for the incredible community and the photographers like you that are out there using them, and even like blowing our minds. Like, you're taking something that we're like, oh yeah, this will do this, and then you guys are showing us how you can use it in so many other ways. So seriously, Rocio, you are
Different
incredibly
ways.
talented at what you're doing. Hey, Rick had a
And
quick
special
question.
thanks for the MagBeam.
Yeah, no, I love that. I love that you're using that. That's awesome. Hey, Rick had a question on this photo. What was the modifier on the bride? So if I just move this up a little bit, was there a modifier back here? Or did you just have the flash
Oh
zoomed in,
yes,
or?
I never. No, I never use a naked flash. Never. So probably here it's the MagBeam.
Okay. I love that. I love that you
Probably.
said naked flash. I'll have to remember that. I have never heard of that said that before, but you're right. It's like a flash with nothing on it. I love it. I love
Oh no.
it.
They always have to be dressed with a MagMod something.
That's funny. That's awesome. Ellie's sending you some big shout outs as well. Amazing images. You are
Thank
fearless.
you,
I
Ellie.
agree. Well, very cool. Well, Rocio, it has been quite a pleasure to have you on this show. And I love that we've
Thank you.
figured out how to get these shows working and bring in people from, we had UK. Tony was on with us last week. And then we have you today from Spain. It blows my mind again that there's these photographers all over the world using these tools to just create absolutely extraordinary images. So thank you for joining me today.
Thank you, Trevor, and thank you everyone for watching and being here.
Yeah, absolutely. Guys, let me just one last time, let me show you her Instagram account. I was actually, as you're chatting, I was going through it even more. I was just looking at all your images. You got some really cool ones with the gels and stuff. Let me go to the very top real fast. Make sure you guys go follow her, Momenticos by Rocio Vega. And then, of course, she has all these other incredible Instagram accounts for corporate images. And then I got to say, my favorite is the dogs. Definitely go check out the dogs. follow there. So good, so good.
So
But
nice to see you.
yeah, well, Rocio, I hope I get a chance to meet you in person. I'd love to
Of
head out to
course, I
Spain one of
hope
these
so.
days. Yeah, or if you ever make it to the United States, you let me know. We'd love to meet you in person. It'd be fun. So,
If they allow us again in.
yeah, oh, I know. Hopefully, it all goes away. We'll see. So, thank you again,
Yeah,
Rocio.
we'll
You're
see.
amazing. Thanks everyone for
Thank
tuning in.
you.
I got Wednesday. I got Victoria Sprung is going to join me for another How I Shot It episode, and Friday I am talking to Kevin and Patty Shoemaker. So, we got 2 more episodes coming this week. Be sure to join us. Thanks everyone. Rocio, thank you again. You're amazing. Love you. Have a good one.